The movie begins with a lady named Agnes lies asleep on the forest floor, resting near a dark hollow in the earth. She wakes, her eyes turning upward to the canopy where a hawk circles. She dons a leather glove, gives a sharp whistle, and the bird descends, landing on her wrist to be fed. From the window of a nearby house, William is distracted from his lesson. His students read aloud, but his gaze is fixed on the woman outside. Seeing Agnes with the hawk, William abandons the classroom and walks out into the garden to approach her. He reaches out, fascinated, intending to touch the bird. Agnes warns him sharply, but he persists, and the hawk snaps, biting his hand. William, unbothered by the blood, asks for her name. Agnes evades the question. William boldly says, "Tell me when we kiss." Agnes takes his injured hand in hers. They stand close, looking face to face in a silent exchange. Finally, she answers, "My name is Agnes." William asks where she comes from. She replies mysteriously, "You don't know who I am." Smitten, William says, "I wish to see you again." Agnes replies, "You can't see me again." Agnes returns to her home. Her stepmother immediately confronts her, demanding to know where she has been. She lies, claiming she was helping her brother, Bartholomew. The stepmother is suspicious, stating she went to the fields and saw no one. Bartholomew steps in, covering for his sister, insisting she was with him. The stepmother then pivots to gossip, asking if they saw the new Latin teacher, noting that he left his post and hasn't returned. It is mentioned that he's only teaching to pay off his father's debts. Agnes freezes. Her mother continues complaining about Agnes's sister, stating that the sister will never find a husband if Agnes keeps running off to the woods like a gypsy. William returns to his own home, which is chaotic. The family is eating, and William has to fight his brother just to get a serving of food. Mary, his mother, tries to keep the peace, saying there is enough for everyone. An argument erupts between William and his father, John. William retorts that he's only teaching those boys to settle John's debts. Enraged, his father strikes him on the head. Mary quickly changes the subject, asking about the family at Herland. William mentions meeting the mother, but says he did not meet the eldest daughter. His mother scoffs, calling that girl the child of a forest witch. William's sister, Eliza, chimes in, claiming she saw the girl heading into the woods carrying a hawk. William finds Agnes again, carrying a gift. He says, "I bought you a new glove." Agnes rejects it, saying she has no need for it. William tosses the glove away. Agnes tries to avoid him, walking away, but William follows. He says, "I know who you are." Agnes replies abruptly, "I am the daughter of a forest witch." William counters, "Yes, people say that." Agnes clarifies, "I am a daughter of my mother." William sits beside her and admits his social awkwardness, saying, "Speaking with people is sometimes difficult for me." Agnes replies, "Then tell me a story." He asks, "What kind?" And she says, "Something that moves you." William tells the story of Orpheus and Eurydice. Agnes remarks, "That's a good story." She grinds medicinal herbs to treat the hawkbite on his hand. William asks, "Is it true that you know everything about a person by touching their hand?" Agnes replies, "Not everything." William asks, "When you touch me, what did you see?" Agnes answers, "Landscapes, spaces, caves, cliff tops, tunnels, oceans, and this deep, dark, black void." Late at night, William is deep in thought, writing. He visits Agnes at her workplace and brings up marriage again. Agnes warns, "Your parents will not agree." She takes his hand, leads him to a shed, and they make love. Afterward, in the forest, Agnes shows him a worn glove. "This is my mother's glove," she explains. "She came out of the woods like her mother before her. The women in my family see things that others don't." She explains how her mother taught her these mysteries. Agnes is brought to William's house. The family, Mary, John, and Bartholomew, are gathered. William arrives, and his mother immediately snaps, "She was chased from home. She is expecting a child. Who is the father?" Mary scolds William aggressively. William's father holds Mary back and speaks privately with Bartholomew. Meanwhile, Agnes tells Bartholomew she sees something special in William. Bartholomew advises her to marry him. They embrace. Agnes wakes in bed with William and leaves on a journey to the forest preparing to give birth. The child is born. William and Bartholomew arrive to find her. They take the child and Bartholomew helps Agnes. William, holding the baby, stares into the deep darkness of the woods. At the workshop, William looks at gloves that need sewing. His father offers criticism on his technique. William prepares to leave, but his father hits him to stop him. William snaps. He throws an object at his father, shoves him against the wall and threatens, "That's the last time you ever do that." Later, William drinks while writing. Agnes wakes and asks him to come to bed. She asks what he is writing. He says, "It's not finished," and slams the table in frustration, waking the baby. Agnes soothes the child, then tries to soothe William. He confesses, "You and Susan are all that I live for." Agnes asks what is wrong. William admits, I've lost my way. I just need to work. Agnes discusses William with Bartholomew. She explains that William plans to go to London because this small life is crushing him. He needs distance from his father. Bartholomew suggests Agnes go with him. Agnes reveals, I am expecting another child. She asks Bartholomew to explain this to William's father. William explains his hopes for London to Agnes. She asks if he can see if the new baby is a boy or girl. Agnes admits, no, I don't know why. She shares a vision. She knows that when she eventually dies, she will be in her bed with her 2 children beside her. Since she sees them there, she believes they are safe. William leaves for London. Agnes is lying on the floor, sensing the birth is imminent. She tries to leave for the forest, but Mary and Gilbert hold her back. Agnes struggles, crying, "Let me go!" Mary explains, "The river has burst its banks. There is no way to go there." Floodwater begins seeping under the door. Agnes strains in labor, screaming. Mary delivers a son. Agnes freezes, then screams again. The women realize she is having twins. Agnes is terrified, remembering that her own mother died giving birth to a 3rd child. Mary comforts her. Agnes gives birth to the 2nd child, but he does not cry. The midwife tries to take him away, believing him dead. Agnes shouts, "Give me the child." She stares at him until he begins to breathe. She tells him, "You'll live." The girl is named Judith, the boy Hamnet. Years pass. The twins play, swapping clothes. Susan works with her mother. William returns for a visit. He calls the children and puts on a small play to surprise Agnes. Agnes teaches the girls how to plant trees and make medicine. William teaches Hamlet sword fighting. Suddenly, Agnes and Susan sense a disturbance. Agnes's hawk has died. The family gathers for the funeral rites and makes a wish. After the funeral, William isolates himself. Hamlet asks him why. William warns his son, try to stay away from grandfather and be careful of him. Hamlet asks if he is returning to London. William says yes. They hug. Later, William tells Agnes that by autumn, the children will be weak, specifically Judith. He claims he is going to London to find land outside Stratford to save her. Agnes thanks him. William bids everyone goodbye. He hugs Hamlet separately. Hamlet stands, holding his wooden sword, crying. Agnes hugs her son, looking at his hands, and says, "You've grown up. I see you working in the playhouse with father." Hamlet waves his sword and replies, "I want to fight with others and win." Agnes and